Hi rail fans, glad to have you with us today. We were in the Waycross area and happened to find this location. We did a little searching trying to find some locations, and this was one of them that we thought was pretty cool. We'll see what's happening here. We have actually this train coming south into Rice Yard, and we'll have a second train about 10 minutes in that'll be coming on the other track. It'll go through Rice Yard but not stop. It'll go on to Folkestone. It appears 389 could use a bath, some new paint. Looks like it's been around the world and back again. One good thing about being in this area is you can hear all the traffic on the scanner from Rice Yard, all the different people working in that yard, train crews coming in. This train, this is the ANB line, and it actually goes up through Cordele and on up to Manchester Way. It's on the Fitzgerald sub, they call it. And this is actually an excellent spot, and we didn't realize how neat it would be until we got parked here, and it was a beautiful day too. It was hot, but there was just a little bit of shade that once in a while you can see the shadow like on my truck top right there, and so we're actually in the shade in the camera. HO scale model train, I think one of my favorite cars are the tanker cars. And some of these, like the one in the frame, is a real long car. The little short ones are quite common in our area. We have a place that used to be Union Camp, and there's always tanker cars there at that location. The other car that I liked, which you don't see anymore, is pulpwood cars. There's some spots you'll still see a few. We saw some in Folkestone one time, and back when I was young, that was probably the most common thing you see with boxcars or pulpwood cars. This train had its fair share of big pieces of iron, steel, I-beams and H-beams, and also lumber. Man, there was quite a bit of cut lumber on this train too. I know the train's going by, at a slower rate, but at the same time, this is a very long train. It is. I didn't hear on the scanner how long the train was. And I sure am not going to sit here and count the cars just to see, but it was a very long train. And going into the yard is one of the reasons. These flat cars that have the ends on it, I know we used to see those loaded up with pulpwood all the time. When I set up my HO scale back in around 2000, year 2000, I actually took some of those cars, and instead of putting the plastic molded pulpwood on it that came with the car, I actually cut some pine sticks at the right length and put them on there and put some glue on it so they'd stick together. To make it look a little more real, but it was just something that goes back from the childhood, smelling pine tar. Watching trains is not only a visual experience, but also a sound experience. If you listen to the rhythm, there's a thing that the flanges are hitting on that almost gets into a cadence. Hitting joints in the tracks, the same way that diamonds have their own sounds. Graffiti. Some of these guys are good. They just need to have a good medium besides the train cars to put it on. I don't know where to get the money for all that spray paint. I work on lawnmowers and sometimes buy paint to touch up stuff here and there, and that's like buying gold. There's about 2 crossings in the directions we're looking at, and I can hear the other engine that's coming, and I think it's 3202, and we had seen him pass on a different video. We saw the engine pass. He had to go down there and put some power on the train, and it'll have a DP on the very back of it, but we could hear him blowing the horn at those 2 crossings, so I knew he was coming, and it wasn't something that we was expecting. To have 2 trains both going south and on side by side. It's pretty cool. We may be able to count this up as the first time we've seen two trains going in the same direction side by side. Several occasions we've seen one going south, one going north. Down at Crawford, I remember seeing that, and at Folkestone, seeing the trains going opposite directions at the same time. I'm pretty sure this is the first time that we've seen one side by side, especially one overtake the other one. That's the first. Something that is pretty neat to me is the train on the right that's going into Rice Yard. That whole train can go into the yard and not have to be broken before it gets in there. That's one big place over there, and it starts just this side of Ruskin on the west side of Waycross, and like I say, right here at the main road that comes through US 1 and 82, US 82, both of those cross over an overpass, but nevertheless, that's a big yard. It's a busy yard too, and this train is actually picking up speed, and like I said, it's actually heading down to Folkestone and to probably Jacksonville, probably Baldwin or Jacksonville, either one, I'm not sure. These did have coal. These coal cars did have coal in them, so they're probably going to Central Florida, more than likely down Orlando, Tampa, in that direction. Not sure. One thing about it, we always appreciate you watching though. We do hope that you will like and share the videos. Subscribe, it helps out. Notification bell is on there. That's up to you. I understand trying to get dinged for everything that comes along, so if you'll just like and subscribe, we'll be just happy as pigs in a poke. And until then, we'll take and just say again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.